Virgo is the storm that never announces itself. They arrive in silence, composed and precise, like a surgeon stepping into a battlefield of emotion. There is no chaos in their movements, no visible rage, yet their power can dismantle anyone who underestimates them. Virgo doesn't destroy through noise. They dismantle through understanding. They see the flaw, the pattern, the hidden weakness, and with quiet precision, they remove the foundation until what's false simply collapses. It's never revenge. It's truth correcting imbalance. Their calm is not indifference. It's control. While others react, Virgo observes, they feel everything but show nothing, mastering the art of emotional invisibility. You'll never see them panic, even when they're bleeding inside. That's the beauty and the danger of them. Their restraint is a weapon, their serenity a kind of power that unnerves those addicted to chaos. Virgo doesn't need to shout to dominate. Their silence echoes louder than confrontation. They are ruled by Mercury, the messenger of divine intelligence, yet their element is earth, dense, steady, immovable. When they strike, it's never spontaneous, it's strategic. They gather information, they measure intentions, and they wait. Their destruction is always surgical, never reckless. The person who tries to manipulate a Virgo will discover that logic is sharper than emotion, and silence cuts deeper than rage. Virgo's calm presence hides an internal architecture of fire, controlled flame behind glass. They process betrayal not by attacking, but by analyzing the lesson. That's what makes them lethal. Their mind becomes a mirror, reflecting your actions back at you with mathematical accuracy. They don't expose you publicly. They let your own energy implode. Their revenge is elegant. They simply stop protecting you from the truth. Those who have felt the calm wrath of a Virgo describe it as standing in still air right before a hurricane. Everything looks peaceful until the structure begins to break. And when it does, they don't look back. Their peace remains untouched, even as everything that wasn't aligned with it falls apart. Virgo doesn't destroy to prove power. They destroy to restore balance. That's why their silence is feared. It doesn't just end things, it ends illusions. Virgo's eyes are instruments of truth. They don't merely see, they dissect, decode, and record. Every movement, every pause, every contradiction becomes data in their mental archive. While others speak to be heard, Virgo listens to understand the gaps between words. They study tone, timing, and subtle inconsistencies, gathering information like a scientist mapping human nature. This is why you can never truly deceive them. Long before you think you've hidden something, Virgo has already built a quiet case in their mind. Their observation is not paranoia, it's perception sharpened by instinct. The crescent moon reflects their nature, analytical, questioning, in constant motion toward understanding. Virgo collects fragments of truth like lunar light breaking through clouds, piecing them together until the full picture appears. What feels like intuition is actually precision dressed as softness. They don't guess, they know. They track behaviors, emotions, and energy shifts with terrifying accuracy, predicting outcomes without saying a word. To be watched by a Virgo is to be known in ways that can't be hidden. They notice the things you forget you reveal, the nervous twitch, the delayed answer, the way your energy shifts when you lie. And when they decide to use that knowledge, they don't attack. They simply expose reality. Sometimes just a look from them is enough to unravel pretense. This ability to observe without judgment is their calm advantage. Control thrives on reaction, and Virgo refuses to provide one. They stay still, absorbing the information while others lose their composure. Their silence is not weakness, it's calculation. They know that truth needs no defense, only patience. Many fear Virgo's observation because it feels like exposure under a soft gaze. It's not the kind of attention that flatters, it's the kind that reveals. Their calm becomes unsettling because it suggests understanding too deep to manipulate. Virgo doesn't need confrontation, They dismantle falsehood by seeing it too clearly for it to survive. And when they decide to act, their moves are invisible until complete. They will have read every sign, anticipated every reaction, and planned the exit 3 steps ahead. Their destruction is never loud. It's quiet precision. The power lies in how little they show and how much they already know. Precision is Virgo's divine weapon. Where others rush, they refine. Their movements are deliberate, their timing flawless, their intentions as sharp as glass. This is not about control for dominance. It's control as discipline, a devotion to alignment. Virgo doesn't fight to win. They perfect the process until victory becomes inevitable. Their calm dismantles aggression because they move with the confidence of someone who has already analyzed every possible outcome. Each action Virgo takes is a calculation of energy and efficiency. They waste nothing. Not words, not emotions, not effort. To them, precision is sacred. It's how they maintain balance in a chaotic world. They see patterns like threads in a web, knowing which to pull, which to leave untouched. When something is off, even by an inch, Virgo feels it instantly. And instead of reacting impulsively, they correct it silently, like a master craftsman fixing the mechanism of fate itself. The Trini aspect, the effortless flow between intention and manifestation, describes this perfectly. Virgo's power doesn't need force, it simply works. Their order creates invisible influence. People align to their rhythm without noticing it, following the quiet authority of someone who never raises their voice. This is control without demand, mastery without threat. Virgo's precision also protects them from manipulation. They are impossible to confuse because they cross-examine reality constantly. They notice details others miss, the change in a story, the emotional inconsistency, the timing that doesn't add up. While others chase drama, Virgo disassembles it piece by piece until the truth stands alone. That's their calm destruction. It's not explosive, it's surgical. To those ruled by impulse, Virgo's restraint feels like intimidation. They hold their power in stillness, not in noise. When someone tries to provoke them, Virgo's response is an almost unnerving composure. That silence is not submission, it's preparation. They will let you speak, they will let you believe, and when the time comes, their precision will cut through your argument like a blade of reason through illusion. Virgo doesn't need to win by overpowering anyone. They win by being right, by being exact, by aligning so perfectly with truth that falsehood collapses on its own. That's the essence of their calm destruction. No rage, no spectacle, just perfection so pure it becomes impossible to oppose. Virgo's calm is not the absence of feeling, it's mastery over it. When the world erupts in chaos, they remain centered, turning disorder into clarity with quiet grace. They've learned that emotion, when unrefined, can destroy, but when harnessed, it becomes a force of creation. Virgo's gift is emotional alchemy, the art of transforming turmoil into understanding. It's how they destroy you without anger, how they disarm storms with serenity. When others crumble under pressure, Virgo exhales. Their power lies in this pause, that sacred moment between reaction and response. They breathe, analyze, and translate emotion into wisdom. Their silence is not suppression, it's strategy. They process before they act, ensuring that every move they make serves purpose, not impulse. This composure unsettles those who thrive on chaos, because Virgo refuses to play emotional chess. They simply observe as others reveal their weaknesses. The energy of House 8, the realm of transformation, hums within them. They don't run from intensity, they refine it. When hurt, they don't seek revenge, they seek clarity. They write, they meditate, they clean their space, transmuting anger into order. Their rituals are subtle. A candle lit for peace, a breath held until the heartbeat steadies, a note written and released to the fire. In those moments, Virgo becomes the alchemist of both mind and soul. Numerology whispers the vibration of 555 here, change through calm evolution. Virgo doesn't fear endings, they orchestrate them with grace. What seems like detachment is actually protection, the sacred boundary between emotion and destruction. Their peace is not avoidance, it's precision in choosing when to feel and when to release. Those who mistake their stillness for apathy soon discover its danger. Virgo doesn't shout, they shift. They don't argue, they reframe. By the time their calm has worked through the chaos, everything false has already dissolved. It's not revenge, it's purification. This ability to transmute chaos into calm makes Virgo untouchable. While others drown in waves of emotion, Virgo becomes the shore, steady, present, and unmoved. Their silence restores order, and their peace becomes a weapon. They destroy not through force, but through equilibrium. For in the stillness of their soul, storms find nowhere left to grow. Virgo's destruction rarely looks like rage. It looks like a smile, a soft, polite curve that conceals precision sharp enough to cut through armor. They don't need to raise their voice or slam doors. They dismantle illusions with composure so surgical it feels divine. Their words, chosen with unbearable accuracy, expose the truth without cruelty. Yet the impact is undeniable. The smile that accompanies their correction carries the quiet power of finality. It ends arguments before they begin. This is the moment when people realize Virgo's kindness was never weakness. Their politeness is discipline, not submission. They could humiliate you, but they prefer to educate you. That's what makes their calm destruction so unsettling. They hold the mirror up gently, letting you see the reflection you've avoided. The damage doesn't come from what they say, but from how true it feels. No anger, no defense, just fact, pure and cold. When Virgo decides to end a cycle, their exit is graceful but absolute. There are no scenes, no explanations, only silence that echoes louder than words. It's the kind of silence that makes you question your own noise. That's how they dismantle, through absence, through precision, through refusal to engage in anything beneath their integrity. The smile that cuts is born of wisdom. Virgo understands energy too well to waste it on drama. They know that confrontation feeds chaos, while composure starves it. So they stay still, letting truth do the work. The power of the trine flows again here. Effortless mastery, peace as dominance. People feel their calm and mistake it for passivity, but it's the stillness of someone who already knows the ending. Virgo's polite destruction is not meant to harm, it's meant to reveal. When they walk away, the structure collapses not because they attacked it, but because they were the only thing holding it together. The smile they leave behind is the mark of freedom, the closure that requires no revenge. It's the knowing that justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, and in that whisper, Virgo reclaims their peace. The storm quiets, the noise fades, and all that remains is the calm of a soul that knows its worth. Their silence heals them, but it also unmakes anyone who mistook that silence for surrender. There comes a moment when Virgo, after holding everything together for too long, decides, quietly, firmly, that enough is enough. They never announce this breaking point. It arrives like dawn, slow, certain, unstoppable. This is the control test, the unseen threshold where patience ends and principle begins. For months, maybe years, Virgo absorbs, forgives, explains. But once they've seen that truth cannot live in a place of deceit, they shift from tolerance to transcendence. That's when everything changes. Their withdrawal is the loudest silence you'll ever hear. There's no confrontation, no final speech, only stillness where their energy used to be. You'll search for their reaction, their emotion, their forgiveness. But Virgo has already moved into a different frequency. This is the quadrature gate, the cosmic moment that demands decision between peace and participation in chaos. Virgo always chooses peace, even if it means walking away from everything they once built. The waning moon governs this stage, the moon of endings and quiet release. Its fading light mirrors Virgo's detachment, a gradual dissolving of connections that no longer align. They don't destroy you out of anger. They simply stop protecting you from the consequences of your own choices. That's their calm vengeance, removal of their stabilizing presence. Those who tried to control Virgo will feel the collapse first. Systems that relied on their structure begin to crumble. Conversations lose coherence, plans lose balance. Their absence exposes the dependence everyone pretended didn't exist. Virgo doesn't need to punish. You do it to yourself once they're gone. And yet, their exit is elegant. They leave no chaos behind, only clarity. Virgo doesn't burn bridges. They close doors with sacred finality. The message is never said, but always felt. This is no longer my frequency. It's the softest revolution, the kind that can't be reversed. Their power lies not in destruction, but in disappearance. The moment Virgo withdraws, energy recalibrates. Their calm becomes a vacuum that forces truth to surface. It's not revenge, it's restoration. The waning moon fades into black, and Virgo's silence becomes the night sky. Vast, unbothered, filled with quiet stars that remind you, control never belonged to you in the first place. When Virgo looks at you, they don't just see you, they see through you. Their calm doesn't reflect emptiness, it reflects everything you project. That's why being near them feels both safe and unsettling. They are a mirror so clean that even your smallest shadow becomes visible. You may think they're judging, but they're only revealing. Virgo doesn't expose anyone out of cruelty. They simply hold a frequency that makes dishonesty unbearable. Their energy is diagnostic. They read people like systems, tracing emotional circuitry, detecting where the current breaks. Lies short-circuit in their presence. Manipulation loses power. It's not magic, it's clarity. Virgo's truth is too pure for distortion to survive near it. Those who thrive on illusion often mistake this clarity for coldness, when it's really compassion stripped of performance. They would rather show you your reflection than comfort your denial. This is why Virgo's calm can destroy. When they stop engaging with falsehood, the illusion collapses under its own weight. They don't have to accuse or explain. They just go quiet. That silence becomes the mirror in which your own noise echoes back. And when you see what you've been hiding, the realization burns hotter than any argument could. The vibration of 999 hums here. The number of closure, endings, karmic completion. Virgo's presence closes cycles, whether you're ready or not. They represent the final edit before truth is published, the purification before renewal. When they enter your life, you either evolve or you resist, and resistance never lasts long against such precision. Their calm reflection doesn't just dismantle lies, it transforms those willing to face themselves. Virgo becomes both teacher and test, revealing who's ready to grow and who's still addicted to delusion. Some call it judgment, but it's just resonance. The truth they carry forces every mask to slip, every imbalance to correct. And so, when you stand before Virgo, understand that what you feel is your own energy meeting truth. Their stillness doesn't destroy you. It dismantles what was never real. The mirror they hold is both weapon and medicine, cutting and healing in the same motion. What survives that reflection is what was meant to remain. Everything else fades quietly, undone by calm clarity. Virgo's mastery is not in control over people, but in control over energy. They don't manipulate, they recalibrate. When they walk into a room, the atmosphere changes, subtly, inevitably. Conversations shift tone, chaos slows, and even time seems to reorganize itself around their frequency. They rule through vibration, not command. This is the law of subtle power. True dominance is invisible. achieved through alignment rather than assertion. The full moon reflects this energy perfectly: illumination without noise, presence without effort. Virgo doesn't need to compete for attention. Their calm becomes gravity. They carry an aura of quiet exactness, and the world adjusts. While others chase control, Virgo understands that stability begins within. Their rituals are simple but potent: grounding breath, conscious observation, small deliberate actions that restore order to their own field. Once their internal landscape is balanced, everything external must follow. People often mistake this quiet influence for luck or coincidence, but Virgo knows better. They've studied vibration long enough to understand that energy obeys integrity. Their stillness is magnetic because it's anchored in consistency. You cannot manipulate someone who doesn't need external validation. You cannot control someone who has mastered their own rhythm. Virgo's presence teaches by demonstration. They don't preach peace. They are peace. They don't demand respect. They attract it naturally. Their energy speaks the language of precision, and every frequency that resonates with chaos feels exposed in its presence. That's why those driven by ego often feel uneasy around them. Their false power dissolves in Virgo's quiet authority. This is their calm destruction again, refined to its highest form. They don't fight to prove who they are. They simply become the vibration that cannot be shaken. A Virgo aligned with truth doesn't confront darkness. They outshine it. Their micro-rituals sustain this power. A few minutes of silence, an inner affirmation. I move with divine order. They close their eyes, ground their breath, and the entire field shifts. The room softens, the storm slows, and chaos loses momentum. Virgo doesn't need force to control the moment. They only need presence. That's how they destroy. By being so aligned that everything false simply falls apart around them. When Virgo leaves, the silence they leave behind is its own kind of earthquake. At first it feels like peace. Then it feels like absence. And then it feels like collapse. Their departure exposes how much structure they provided, how many details they quietly managed, how much balance they maintained without recognition. It isn't until they're gone that people realize Virgo was the invisible architecture holding everything steady. Their calm wasn't just emotional, it was structural. Without Virgo's grounding presence, disarray begins to ripple outward. The conversations that once flowed start to stumble, small tasks pile into chaos, emotions spill unchecked. The balance that felt natural reveals itself as something Virgo sustained all along. This is their final, quiet power, the destruction that happens when their order is withdrawn. It's not punishment, it's revelation. Life without their influence shows what was real and what only existed because they held it together. Those who took Virgo's stability for granted often experienced their absence like withdrawal. Their calm was the constant rhythm others relied on, and now, without it, noise reigns. Virgo doesn't gloat. They observe from afar, detached but aware. They don't need to return. The lesson is already alive in the void they left. The energy of the earth element hums beneath this moment, reclaiming balance. Virgo doesn't destroy through chaos. They destroy by removing harmony and letting imbalance consume itself. It's the universe's way of restoring order. The people who truly valued them begin to rebuild, this time with awareness. Those who only exploited them dissolve into their own confusion. In the absence of Virgo, clarity slowly returns. The world adjusts, quieter now, more careful. People start to realize that peace wasn't automatic. It was created. That's when they finally understand Virgo's essence, the calm that keeps worlds intact. Virgo, meanwhile, walks forward without resentment. Their energy has already shifted to higher ground. They don't watch the ruins, they plant new gardens. Because destruction to Virgo is never the end. It's the pruning before growth. What collapses without them was never built on truth, and what remains after their silence is worthy of rebirth. That's their legacy, the calm that teaches through absence, the stillness that restores by letting go. In the end, Virgo doesn't conquer with fire or fury. They conquer through calm inevitability. They are the quiet apocalypse, the gentle undoing that leaves only truth standing. When everything false has burned away, Virgo remains, unbothered and whole, like untouched stone after a storm. The prophecy of their nature fulfills itself: destruction through peace, power through precision, detachment through divine purpose. They are not chaos, they are its conclusion. The tower moment rises here, the sacred collapse that frees what was trapped. Virgo doesn't fear endings because they understand what endings mean: clarity, cleansing, renewal. Their calm is the force that dismantles lies, their silence the reset that the universe uses to start again. Others may call it cruelty, but Virgo knows it as mercy. They destroy what cannot evolve, leaving space for what can. When Virgo reaches this stage, there is no vengeance in them, only light. They rebuild their world brick by brick, this time without distortion. They no longer explain their boundaries or apologize for their peace. Those who once tried to control them now see that control was never possible. You cannot command the earth, you can only respect its laws. The calm apocalypse of Virgo is not an ending, it's ascension. They stand at the edge of everything they released, watching new order emerge from the ashes. The air is still but alive. The silence hums with renewal. Their energy is serene yet electric, like the pause before creation begins again. This is their rebirth, detached from validation, aligned with purpose, untouchable in clarity. Then comes the decree, soft, sure, final. I destroy chaos with calm. It is both statement and spell, both release and remembrance. The universe responds with balance. Peace settles like dust after lightning. Virgo steps forward, leaving behind ruins that now shimmer with light. And as they walk, they carry no anger, only mastery. Their power was never in what they could control, but in what they could release. They've learned that calm is the most precise weapon of all, the energy that ends storms and births new worlds. Virgo smiles once more, not to cut this time, but to bless what remains in the stillness they have earned.